We are counting down the days until the NE10 Indoor Track and Field Championships, and we head to Springfield today, in part to preview, I guess, those championships with two of the outstanding sprinters in the conference. Sydnee Collins is a freshman from Keller, Texas. Jodiann Ebanks is a transfer from Queens, New York, in her first year at AIC. You guys have taken the league by storm this year, so congrats on the starts of your Yellow Jackets careers.
Thank you.
Um, Sydney, let's start with you as the freshman. What's this been like, acclimating to college athletics and performing the way that you have?
Well, it's definitely been really different since I'm, kind of far from home. So I've been trying to get acclimated with that. But Jody's been making that really easy for me, being her training partner. It's pretty easy.
Being from Texas, I know you guys are in the Hall of Fame room right now, which means there's probably a giant window across from you looking out on a snow-covered field.
Yeah.
Uh, what did you think when all that stuff came out of the sky the last 2 weeks?
I was so shocked. It's actually the most snow I've ever seen. Seriously. It's so different in Texas.
Jodianne, tell me about your first year at AIC. How have you felt about the way that you've performed?
I'm very grateful actually because for the past 2 years I haven't competed for the past 2 years prior to this. Last year was my first season back on the track after my junior year of high school. I was dealing with a hip injury and I had surgery my freshman year of college. Prior to this, I was at Campbell University. So I'm just grateful that I was able to hit a PR in the 200 since my junior year. And I just thank God and I'm grateful to my coaches.
Um, what's it feel like to be able to run again, to be able to feel like you're back to doing what you do so well after being hurt for a couple of years?
It feels great. My body feels a lot better, and just like my mental also, because I really struggled with not being able to compete the way that I wanted to and train the way that I wanted to for a long time. So just being able to get back on the track and get my confidence back, it feels good.
When did that confidence click for you?
Um, I think after the first meet, I felt um, I ran my fastest time since high school in the 200. And I also equaled my PR in the 60 from my last season. So I was happy about that.
You at one point had the top time in the 200 meter in the East region, not only the NE10. That is no more because the lady sitting to your right now has that time.
Yeah.
Sydney, tell me about the 200 that you ran this past weekend and what felt really good about it.
Well, honestly, I'm just proud of myself because, me and Jody, we've just been like right there with each other this whole time. So like to take that spot was just like surprising for me because that whole meet, I was just like talking to myself, just trying to like pray and calm myself. I had crazy nerves that whole time. But, actually getting that number just like it kind of instilled in me that like, I know I can do it now.
What does training with each other do? Having somebody that runs your events in a very similar time domain to push each other the way that I'm sure that that does helps you guys in what way?
I think motivation, like seeing each other do good, like helps us like we know that we can get there with each other. It's like I don't know. Yeah, I agree. Just having a training partner that's consistent. Um, Sometimes it's not always motivating to get up early in the morning and train. So just having someone that's also as disciplined as you are makes it easier.
You guys train early too. What's
Yeah,
it like training first thing in the morning?
so difficult. Actually, having to get out of bed is like you have to like actually want it. You have to stay motivated, consistent. Yeah.
I have to imagine there's a piece of it that like gets your day started on the right foot too. Like you're like, all right, I got that done. Like we're off and rolling.
Yeah. Yes, because I'm not used to waking up so early. So it just gets me ready for my classes and everything. So
Tell me a little bit about why you guys run what you guys run. The 60 and the 200 specifically are where you guys have shined statistically this year, but what gravitated you toward being sprinters when you first got into track and field?
that's a good question. I don't really know how to answer that fully. I just think
Oof, I don't know, actually. I think it's just easier sprinting. I don't know how to answer that. What do you think?
For me personally, I started running for fun when I growing up in Jamaica, just for like sports days and stuff like that. So running has always been a passion of mine, and it also my mom ran also my aunt, so it kind of runs in the family. But I had stopped, and I started my freshman year of high school. The reason why I chose the events that I'm doing now is because I've always been like just powerful out the blocks. So I feel like that's where my strength is at.
I don't know like what the answer to this question is, because I'm not particularly fast. But what does it feel like to be fast? Like when you're in the middle of a race and you can feel it. Describe that feeling that overcomes you.
I don't know. I just feel strong overall. Like even just the way that I'm built, also, like I've always been muscular. So sometimes when I run, I can I can literally feel like I don't know how to like the word to
Like
use,
your legs
but
go like numb and you're just moving super fast. Like,
yeah.
Why AIC for both of you guys? What brought you to where you are now?
Um, I had a really good conversation with the coach, and I was actually hearing about him before I came here. I do have a few teammates from my old club in high school that go here, so I heard pretty good things, and I just needed a new start.
for me, I heard about the school through um a friend, and she like didn't have anything bad to say. It was all great, and I came to visit. Everybody was so welcoming. I felt like it was just perfect for me, and I still feel that way. It's a very welcoming environment.
There's a really great history of track and field at AIC as well. And I feel like there's a portion of everybody that's a student athlete that thinks like, hey, I want to build something. I want to be part of something. How much for you guys is it exciting to say like, hey, like we want to be part of this foundation to try to drive AIC back to what it's been able to do in the past?
Um, it's very important for me because um, we currently don't really have a lot of girls on the track team. So I'm hoping that with our performances, like we can um, encourage people to come here, just bring in more girls and be able to have more people to train with. Yeah.
What are your expectations for the championships? You guys have laid down some really big markers. How do you go into a championship with kind of big eyes and big dreams, but also, I guess, the humbleness to approach things the right way? Kind of take me through your mindsets.
Um, so I do have my own expectations, like times that I expect to run by that time, but I'm also big on allowing God to do like his will. So every time before I step on the track, I always ask God to allow his will to be done. And I know that even if I don't perform the way that I want to, I might beat myself up for a little bit, but I just know that I'm not going to perform the way that I want to every time that I step on the track. So I'm just grateful to be able to even be out there and competing. Um, yeah.
Sydney, how about you? What are your expectations for your first championship?
I don't, my expectations are to keep going where I'm going. So try to hopefully get that 24 down a little bit. Just like trust my training, keep praying about it. And if I don't do how I want to, I know I will at some point.
Um, what do you guys like about track and field? Like, what keeps you coming back day in and day out?
Ever since I was young, I looked up to Shelley and Fraser Price, and people actually do like call like some of my friends, they call me that. So just like watching her over the years has really motivated me, and then watching other sprinters come up from Jamaica, like I just know that I could also be like them.
Ladies, I appreciate you guys taking the time. While we've been talking, your coach Vic Parsley has been in here as well, so I'd be remiss if I didn't bring him in as we close this, because it's always fun to see how people react when their coaches talk about them. So, Vic, tell me a little bit about what's impressed you about what these two ladies have done over the course of their first year in Springfield.
They've never let a workout break them. The guys, they will fold every single time you give them a workout. It does not matter what it is. At least two or three of them, they're gonna fold every single time. They're gonna drop out. They might complain. These two, since September, have not complained. They may tell me about like an ailment, but they'll always get back on the line. If they miss a rep, they'll always try to do that rep over. The guys, they will absolutely just if they miss a rep and I say, "Hey, did you do the rep?" And then I have to look over and the girls will just turn around and I'm like, "You didn't even do it, did you?" And they're like, "The girls, they are tougher. They are absolutely tough. They kind of remind me of um, Alexis Holmes, who I trained when she was in high school. Um, Never backed down from a workout, always hit the times, would always ask questions, was always humble. Even in her greatness, she was always humble. And these young ladies have been such like that. It's to the point where I have to like try to like get it out of them. Like it's okay to be great. It's okay to, when we were at BU, I think it was, we had the conversations because it was just the three of us at that meet. And I was like, you guys can run 24 today. It's you can do it. You've done everything that you needed to do. You just have to go and do it. And they were like, well, we don't know how it's gonna feel. And I'm like, you're not gonna know until you do it. So they didn't do it that week, but they both PR'd that week. And then they came back the next week and then they wind up even though they were both sick, Jodiann being sicker than Sydney, they still ran really, really well. So again, even through, them having not feeling okay throughout the whole week. Hey, I'm going to be at practice. So for them to be able to push through a lot of the things that they push through, I'll forever be grateful for them just showing up on a daily basis when it's so easy to just not do it, especially at 6 a.m. when it's 2 degrees outside or a negative 12 with the wind chill and stuff like that. So definitely all praise to them. Shout out to them because they do what needs to be done day in and day out.
Ladies, we'll end on this note. What do you guys think about hearing your coach say that about the way you guys have competed?
It feels good. I'm very grateful to have a coach that actually believes in me, even when I doubt myself, and just has high expectations for me.
Sydney, same thing.
Yeah, she said all.
That's awesome, guys. Listen, I appreciate you carving some time out of your day and looking forward to seeing what you guys have when you make it to the track at New Balance for the NE10 Championships.
Thank you
Thank
for having
you.
us.